Hello everyone, Logan Nature here, and you read that title correctly. Today we will be building iconic fighter jets from around the world, but many of them are American as well, because the American brands just happen to make a lot of them. So let's get started with our first example, the F-22 Raptor. Let me pull up a reference image. Alright, so it is a stealth aircraft, of course. What cockpit should we use? This? This? I mean, it's not as long, but I guess it works. Maybe like that. Now we need the nose cone. That's gonna be the tricky part because it's all like pointy looking. Heck. Okay, what the heck is going on here? that's good for now. Alright. So we need, I guess, fuel tanks and fuselage. Engines. Aha. There you are. Might have to make it longer or shorter depending on what it can do. So now we need air intakes. Go. Right, I'm just going to test to see if these work real quick. Just like the air intake. essentially. We'll fly it in a bit. I just want to make sure that the air intakes connected the way they are actually do work. Okay. They do. Sorry for the sun cut off there. Light year. Interesting. Instead of good year. Okay, now I can add the wings and whatnot. Alright, and then we add that'll do, and then we simply add these for the tail fins. Maybe not so simply. We have to move them back like this. Alright. Let me see about this. Actually, that might work better. Yeah, that looks much better. Sigma Boy, plane. Yes, this is the, supposed to be the F-22. Which, believe it or not, is actually getting pretty old these days. It's like, maybe like a 30 or 40-year-old aircraft at the moment. Oh, sort of firework. Ever so gentle now. There we go. Imagine if they had a Navy version of the F-22. That'd be pretty cool. Alright, what is the lift? Okay, still centered. A little wonky, but we're good. structural elements. That ought to be sufficient, yes. Alright, now landing gear. That's a bit big. Alright, there we go. Okay, I think we've done it. I've built essentially the F-22 Raptor. Let's see. Oh, we should add weapons. Not sure what's an applicable weapon. Heat-seeking missile. So the idea is that they come out of the frame in a way, but whatever. Let's launch this thing. Alright. The nose is a bit big, but it's hard to get that stuff really accurate. Alright. Full power ahead. Oh yeah, full afterburner. really nimble. Full afterburn. We've done it. Might be a little too nimble. Oh no. That might be the, yeah, the center lift is a little too far forward. Well, that might be why. Maybe I do need more wings of sorts. Alright, that ought to be sufficient. Oh, I should add air brake. Forgot about that. Pretty sure this is where the F-22 one is. Let's go. Alright, so that works. Let's give this another try. Should have more control now. I think that's the thing, like, fighter jets trade stability for nimbleness and speed. Although, I guess you don't need to trade stability for speed. This is looking pretty nice, if I do say so for myself. Great view from inside the cockpit. See that? See how much fuel we're losing? That's maybe not the same, but pretty accurate to how much fuel these jets use in real life. Actually, the F-22 compared to the F-15 and the F-18, this jet's actually quite efficient, quite fuel efficient. Only compared to those two. Don't compare it to any other jets. Pull up, pull up, pull up. Let's see if we can come in for a landing without doing a dead spin. Jason, plane. Yes, it is a plane. This is an aircraft. An aeroplane. An airplane. Let's see if we can come in for the landing. Whoa, okay, whoa. That was close. Alright, let's turn around. Try again. Oh no. Well, the Kerbal survived. Good old Jebediah. Right, well, that was the F-22. Let's move on to the next fighter jet. Sorry, just getting my my list. I knew I wanted to start out with this one. I just all right. Oh, a big list, that's right. All right, our next aircraft was ultimately defeated by the F-22, known as the Black Widow YF-23. We're going to bring it back to life for Kerbal Space Program. Yeah, that seems like a good start. Interesting. Does that look right? No. It's hard to get a reference image with a good angle. Gotta figure out a way to do the wing stuff. And the intakes, that's a weird part. Okay, so, kinder. Okay, why are they pivoted out like that? says it's engine setup. Yes, like that. There's going to be a complex part of design. I reckon. Oh, no. Okay. On this part. How big is that? Almost as big. Okay, we got a bit of a weight issue. Or maybe a wing issue. This is probably gonna be destroyed by the engines. Maybe I should move the wings down a little bit. Plane. Are you all just gonna say plane in the chat the whole stream? Plane. Thumbs up. Nice. Maybe they should be angled lower. There we go. Where its air brake's supposed to be. Oh, it just uses the wing flaps and ailerons. That doesn't help me, but that's cool. Real rocky. Well, anyways, I'm gonna make an entirely solid fuel rocket. There is a real world one. Forgot what it was called. Oh, the Constellation rocket, that's what it was. Yeah, look up the Ares 1 Constellation rocket. You'll see what I mean. I guess Ares 1, not Constellation. I think Constellation was the program. Anywho, let's add it here. Yeah, I know. Okay. Just saying. Your sneaky little air brake area. Okay, I think we got it. Now I just need to add these sub things. What else? I guess we can add armament. Yeah, I know. Bro, got a mic? I do have a mic. Sorry if I wasn't saying much. Unless my stream is not picking up what I'm saying. That could also be true. Okay, now add structuring. Speak to keep audience engaged, bro. But I love building planes in KSP. Great to see people still playing KSP after many years. Well, yeah, I heard there's that new KSA, Kitchen Space Agency, which is coming along, but I don't think they've finished that yet. I think they still got maybe a year or two to go. And then I think everyone that plays Kerbal Space Program is probably gonna shift over to that one. Probably largely because, one, it's new, and two, it's, apart from the cats, it's more realistic. It's hyper realistic. It has the Earth and the Moon and Saturn and Mars and stuff, and then all the rocket engines are more realistic, whereas Kerbal Space Program is more kind of toy-like. They have little Kerbals, and their little Kerbal trucks, and a lot of the physics is a little more played around, I guess. That type of thing. But yes, since that is not finished yet, a lot of people, such as myself, have used Kerbal Space Program. And oh, Real Rocky says, Kin Space Agency 3 years, but dang, it is absolute freaking cinema. They are changing the planets. This is temporary. It will pretty much be KSP, but with the best visual mods. I have noticed that it's a lot clearer, and so the planets are temporary. They're gonna add fake planets. I want to. I don't know. I like the real solar system, so I can I don't know, pretend that I'm doing stuff in the solar system. At least have Saturn. At least have something like Saturn, because Kerbal Space Program doesn't have Saturn. It has a Jupiter type planet, but no Saturn. I like Saturn. It's cool. It's got rings. I'm sure there's a mod for it, but The real solar system is for testing. The real solar system is for the real gas, the real. But yes, Kitten Space Agency is on the horizon. But we are not at the horizon at the moment, so we are here. Alright, I think that might be enough structuring. Alright, maybe one more. Alright, I don't like this weight lift ratio, but I don't know what to do about it. Armor doesn't seem to do much. The current solar system technically isn't real. It is smaller, and yes, there will be a ringed planet. Don't worry. Alright. I just think it's kind of interesting how there's a real solar system for reference right outside the window, and all these games want to make a fake one in some way. Right, I need to figure out how to adjust this weight stuff. Took out the fuel there, and there. Does this have fuel? Well, I guess we'll see what'll happen. Just fix this real quick. Let's test it out anyway. Alright, let's turn these lights on. Well, it's because this solar system sucks, minus Mars. That is why KSP just renamed it Tuna with no changes. It is awesome. What do you mean it sucks? Does, like, Jupiter not have gravity or something? And I don't mean they, like, to not change the solar system. I mean, like the names and the placements and stuff. Alright, let's see if this will fly. Moving quite fast. Maybe that weight issue is what they had in real life, and that's why they went with the F-22, because it was more nimble. I don't know. But this thing looks pretty cool. Jupiter is boring. It doesn't have Lathe. Yeah, but it has Europa. And Europa is cool. Europa might actually have oceans on it like Lathe does, just under the ice. Which is their excuse for it having life, because it's under the ice. But I don't see how, like, anytime the ice cracks, all that water be exposed to the vacuum of space. I don't see anything can live there. Alright, let's see how nimble this thing can be. Not very nimble. I see the issue. It's like actually resisting me from doing a barrel roll. There we go. Alright, let's turn around. Interesting, the intake's on the bottom, but most of the structure for the engine's on the top. But hey, this is pretty cool. This is probably my favorite fighter jet that's never been built. Or, I guess it was built, it was never purchased, I guess. But then again, how many fighter jets do you know that were never purchased that were good or cool looking? Jupiter, whoa. Jupiter has no moons with life capabilities. No matter what NASA tells you, Jula has lace. Oh, that lathe. Hold on. Let me try to land this thing. Or let's fire a missile. Turn. Okay. That was a horrible landing. Doesn't seem like much, but that was a horrible landing. Alright, what are you saying? Also, Europa has a thin atmosphere. Okay. I'll give you that. Not with oxygen though. Or, never mind. It is with oxygen. Frick, Jupiter is now, Jupiter is fire now because of Europa. Well, dang, NASA is right, but I think they should focus. Wow, one little Google search and you completely changed your mind on Jupiter. I think they should focus on the moon now instead of landing on Europa. Well, they are sending. I think they're sending like a nuclear rover to Europa, something like that. Like it's like a nuclear powered drone of some sort. But yes, they should focus on the moon because hello, it's right there. Like their moon base is essentially just the International Space Station, but a little further away and on something, essentially. Alright, let's oh, I didn't mean hanger. But yeah, once SpaceX finishes that Starship program, go anywhere you want. Let's go to Europa, go to Jupiter. And don't even have to send people. You can send a robot or something. Like the starship will be essentially like the Liberty ship from World War II. It's just a thing that goes places. Yeah, it is powered with RTGs. Unfortunately, NASA does not have the budget for RTGs. I don't even know what an RTG is. Remote triggered gamers? I don't know. No, that's Major League Gamers. It's MLG. Try and go this way. I think we lost a bunch of our speed. It's pretty much a nuclear power plant, but tiny. It stands for radiothermal generator. Oh, I think I've heard of that before. It's like the thing from The Martian with Matt Damon. He like has his rover car thing, and he like puts a nuclear like battery in his compartment so he doesn't freeze, but then he's also being radiated, so it's a lose-lose. It is in KSP, by the way. Oh, is that those little tiny, like snowflake-shaped things? Alright. Let's fire another missile. Let's fire one of these. Let's see if we can outrun the next missile. Dang, those things are fast. Going at 200 meters per second. That thing's probably going like 500 meters per second. Or more. Let's see how high we can go. Or, no, that's not a good idea. Oh yeah, it is. I literally watched it last night. Yeah, the snowflake thing. I see. I don't think it was shaped like that in the movie, but maybe they just did that for the game. Made it look like that. Right, so this thing doesn't like to do barrel rolls. That's a bit unfortunate. It was. He just wrapped it for protection in case it falls and breaks. Oh yeah, then he's screwed if it did break. It's like the like that meme people have of like the nuclear ball thing that they like held open with a screwdriver, and then the screwdriver fell out and everyone died. What the heck? What are you doing? What was that? That like put me into like a spin that I wasn't intending for. I was just trying to turn to the left a bit. Coming in for a landing. Alright, now it's not as loud. Maybe also not as powerful. Yeah, the demon core. I thought that said dominance for a second. I was like, what? The what? Yeah, the demon core. Not a very, friendly name. Oh boy. Oh no. Ah! A lot of button mashing in this game. Okay, safe landing. Complete stop. It's a real thing that killed people. I know it's real. It's kind of a crazy story that they just left it open with a screwdriver, though. And only caused cancer, though. Not like an explosion. Interesting. I mean, I watched a video on saying how nuclear radiation doesn't directly cause cancer, or something along those lines, from this, he's a pretty popular science YouTuber. I forgot his name, though. He has, like, long blonde hair, and a beard. Alright, next aircraft. We shall go a bit different. We shall make something from another country. See if you can recognize it before I finish it. I'll try and get a reference image first. Yeah, I guess it doesn't, but it's still cancer. Yeah, I mean, it does. It is very dangerous if it's like outside of water and whatnot. But like, not every, because you're also exposed to radiation that is not uranium, like the sun or cities, and those don't make you have cancer any more than nuclear radiation. Something along those lines. I don't remember exactly. Plane. Yay, plane. Just to let you know, I know nothing about plane. I'm sure you know something. I mean, you certainly know about space and rockets. Alright, what shall I... Actually, I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom. Alright, my apologies. I'm back. Don't go anywhere. Right. New. What's a good cockpit to use for this? I guess I'd probably should do the same as the previous one. Not very satisfied with that part. Alright, Real Rocky says, yep, the sun causes skin cancer. Oh, speaking of cancer, my great-grandma had it 2 times. Skin cancer or just... And she beat the freak out of it both times. Well, did you... Skin cancer or somewhere else? And she is still alive. Well, I would hope so if she beat it 2 times. I just realized I hadn't seen the title of this plane live stream where you make many real planes, but now I have. Yeah, I was doing like just live stream, just Kerbal Space Program live streams previously, but then I realized like no one's gonna care if it's just a Kerbal Space Program live stream. I gotta like have a focused theme for each one. Otherwise, people are gonna be like, "What is this about? What's going on here?" But nothing any of you have to worry about. What is this picture? What am I looking at here? Oh, it's like a concept. Okay. Anyway, back to this plane. But yes, I will be doing a space stuff with Kerbal Space Program. It's actually, some of it's kind of like hard or annoying because it's like, first you gotta get to space, which is a whole mission into itself. Then you gotta get from orbit to wherever you're trying to go, and then you either gotta do an orbit there or land and come back. All quite the challenge that you wouldn't expect. But okay, I need a hint. What country is this plane from? I feel like if I gave the country away, it would spoil what it is. Not the US. This plane is made by one country and is only operated by this country. They don't sell it to any other countries. Maybe that'll give you a hint without giving it away. I don't like the bulges out like this. Like, why can't we have, like, fighter jet? I don't know. Maybe they do give us this, but, like, this is puny. And not... Because the other thing is the cockpits also, like, go... I probably shouldn't just keep complaining like that. Anyway, okay. Fuel tanks. Keep in mind, the only plane I know is the Boeing 747, and I don't even know the name. The fatty 9-seater? 9-seater? I don't know a plane with 9 seats. specifically. That sounds like a smaller plane, like a Cessna or something. But it's interesting to see people that are interested in aerospace but don't like every part of aerospace. Like I personally I'm interested in like many things, which has made it hard to make a YouTube channel because a lot of YouTube channels are like hyper focused on a specific topic. Well, like 9 seats on each side, each aisle. The 777, this Boeing 777. Well, that's actually just like a wide body jet, which means there's an aisle on either side. So that could be the 777, that could be the 747, which you already mentioned. That could be the 787. Could also be an Airbus, which is a completely different brand from Boeing. And they make a whole bunch of jets that are that size as well. But yeah, like, I mean, I can be the same with other topics like sports. Like, I couldn't name a goalie on any of the World Cup teams that are playing this year. Not one. I could try, just make up a name, and it'd probably be wrong. Alright, so this. Kind of weird how they set this. Like, this is designed to be wide and then go to narrow, but then this one's designed to be narrow and go to wide. Like, do they expect you to use this as a nose cone or something? Pretty peculiar. Yeah. Okay, just that. Oh, but that ought to be sufficient. Maybe I'll make her a bit longer, but that seems fine for now. The only thing I can like name by heart is, okay, I have sat here thinking about it, and the answer is nothing at all. What? I don't think you used that colon correctly. It's a bit of a confusing statement. Alright, then we need to add engine stuff. I think so too. Well, I don't know what you were trying to say. Is what I meant. Air intake. Or no, aerodynamics. cool, but that's not what they use. Use those ones. $155, $85, $94. What the heck? I was saying I thought about what I could name off the top of my head and realized I couldn't name anything. Well, like, what are you very passionate about? That should solve your question. Okay, I should make this longer. Just a wee bit. Alright, now we need the aerodynamics. Dynamics. Yeah, something like that. we need like this. And the big Russian moon rocket. Oh. Rockets, but the only few I know are the Saturn V, Mercury, Redstone. The other Mercury, forgot the name, it's the Atlas 1. The Falcon 9, the Starship, the Proton, the other Russian one I built in KSP, Khan in NextCom, and the big Russian moon rocket. Well, there's also, I don't know, there's a lot of rockets out there with names. You know how it is. You know how it be. Mark, this is good news. We can finally be bees. Oh wait, I could put this on the... Get a new one. Yeah, I could just put it on the engine. I remember there looks more. Also, I don't consider the shuttle a rocket. It is a shuttle, not a plane or a rocket, a shuttle. Do you consider a shuttle bus a bus? Or do you consider it a shuttle? Also, if you think about it, the Starship is just a really iterative redesign of the shuttle. Like, it has the same goals, kind of functions the same, but as I said, like, iterative design version of the shuttle. Might catch a lot of flack for that, but I'm just saying. It uses a booster instead of a big orange fuel tank and 2 side boosters. It uses one on the bottom, but regardless, it uses that. And then it uses wing mounts or flaps to essentially re-enter the atmosphere. Instead of using like parachutes or something. No, I consider a shuttle its own thing. I'm just saying the space shuttle is called that because, like, shuttle buses or shuttle boats or anything like that, like, the whole point of it, the whole point of a shuttle is that it brings things from the starting point to their destination and then going back to bring more to the destination, or whatever the definition of a shuttle is. The space shuttle did function like the Starship will function, as a large reusable vessel, like cargo vessel, to distribute, to bring astronauts to space, or send a satellite, like how the shuttle did with the Hubble. Oh no, it didn't bring the Hubble to space, it went to work on the Hubble. And the shuttle wasn't 100% reusable. Again, it's a iterative design. If you look at the original design for the Starship, I'm talking back when they called it the like Mars landing system or whatever it was called. It looks a lot like a shuttle in those renders. Like it has the white with the black tiles and the kind of like delta fin at the bottom. Plasma Cat says, I'm going to sleep. Can you do ASMR? I don't I don't know what they do in ASMR. I know they like whisper and stuff. That's all I know. Like, hello there, ASMR. The ilk. Like Zoik Scoob. Let's get out of here. Raggy. Like Zoik Scoob. Why are those trees speaking Vietnamese? I don't know if my mic is even picking any of this up. I don't know if I'm speaking too softly. Sometimes I do whisper or speak lower on stream because it's like late at night and I have others around that I don't want to wake up, but since it is only 10:58, they are not awake at the moment. I'm literally falling asleep. How are you typing if you're falling asleep? Makes you wonder. I can hear you loud and clear. Okay. That's good. Wait. Say... No. That's short of the loud yet quiet voice ever. How would I do that? Skippity toilet! Is that how that works? I don't know how you do loud yet quiet. Like yelling, but you're being silent. Is that the F-42? Perfect. This is not the F-42. And that is how you... Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. Don't put me out of context there. I don't even know what that sounds like on your end, to be honest. My mic does not pick up my voice the same way I hear my voice, so... I guess it would pick it up the same way you would hear my voice. But no, this is not the F-42. What is the F-42? Let me look that up. That is a cell phone. Jet. I think you just made that name up, the F-42. Are you referring to the F-47? No, you need to make a short of that. Is that the F-42-0? Hey, you need to put yourself out of context. get more views. I got a lot of views on that Drone of Doom short I put up. It was literally just a rocket with like turbo fans on the outside, and they're like, "Oh my god, oh!" All right, so this. Fine, you want to do it the hard way, Mr. Flap? People will want to watch streams if random stuff happens. How will they know if random stuff happens? Like, I can't announce that in the title. Alright. Better view. Okay, so the wings are not, those are not on the engines, those are on the tail. Interesting. Alright, and now air brake. Put one. Is that the fighter jet that is the answer to everything? The universal and the universe and everything? No. Let me give another hint. This fighter jet was in a movie. The shorts have random stuff happen and are clips of streams. I mean, my shorts are clips from videos and streams, and sometimes I make shorts all on their own, like that that backroom short I made. I guess I made that a video first. All right. Add landing gear. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy movie? No, not that movie. It was in a movie with fighter jets, not spaceships. This is a fighter jet, not a spacecraft. I know Kerbal Space Program, but they do let you make aircraft in this game too. Oh yeah, I saw the Drone of Doom short. So good. That was literally my, I came up with that because I was like, okay, this propeller thing is not working, but I need something to be successful to show for the video, so I just put those on instead to be a different idea. Oh dang, I've been playing KSP for 500 hours so far and haven't known that you can make planes. Really? Yeah, it's in the airplane hangar. You can also hire new pilots and stuff. Let me Yeah, when you're out here, this is for making rockets or things that go to space or things you want to launch from here. And this is for things you want to launch from here. This is for astronaut complex to hire astronauts. Gilbury Kerman. This is the tracking station where you can explore the Kerbal system. Like, look at Duna. So majestic. Or you can go to Jewel, the jewel of the galaxy. Or Lathe, the sussy water planet. Or you can go back. No, it's hard. Well, it's hard to determine sarcasm when it's just text on a screen. Yeah. Oh, also 42. 42 what? What do you mean? What do you mean? I should probably switch these. Just because I wanna. Oh yeah. Now it kind of looks like a space shuttle, but not really. Well, it's the answer. He doesn't know. 42? 42 what? Right, so since you guys didn't guess correctly, I will give this thing its proper name. It is the Su-57, short for Sugoi 57. It is the Russian 5th gen fighter jet. Also, its nickname is the Felon. I think that's a cool nickname. The Felon. Su-57 Felon. The cake is a lie? You're talking about Portal now? Right, I should probably add structuring. Yes, sir. True. Also, this sentence is a lie as well. Sorry, ladies. I'm a convicted felon. I'm a convicted airplane. But yeah, there's a few jets out there where it's like, oh, that's a cool name. Like the Fox Bat, that's a cool name. Too bad the jet was not what they thought it was. But yes, this is the Su-57, the very non-stealthy, but supposed to be stealthy jet made in Russia. MGW Paradox games. My favorite jet is the MiG-28. Let me look that up. MiG-28. Ah, yes. The fake MiG. The one, the F5. It's actually the F5. And they just painted it black and added a red star with a circle to make it look Russian. But it was a real jet, but they made use of the general public not really knowing or frankly caring about, oh, it's actually this. Yeah. That's what happened. Alright, let's add an armament to this vehicle. Try and arm it similar to how they do it in real life. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. We'll add flare dispensers this time. You should search up what 42 means. I like how that other rocket I was talking about that was Russian is my favorite rocket. Buran or Space Shuttle guys. What? Buran? Buran? What? The Russian rocket? You mean that one that was like stacked upon stack? Not to be confused with the Sea Dragon, which would have been cool if they actually made it. But they unfortunately did not. Alright, what else? I think that should be good. Let's bring this out to the runway and do a little flying aroundy. It's interesting how for like the jets in the Kerbal Space Program, they have fuel tanks in the middle, when really they should have fuel in the wings. That's what wings are for in most aircraft, actually. So let's get this thing moving. Might be a bit heavy for its wings. this one looks like it can do barrels, which it can. Interesting view. As RDA once said, 8 inches. Wow. Yes. Going a bit fast. As RDA once said, I suppose now is the time to say something profound. Nothing comes to mind. Let's do it. RDA, as in the Resource Development Agency? One from Avatar? The guys with the space train that goes to Alpha Centauri. It's very convenient that there happens to be aliens right at the next star system. Pull up, pull up. Aww. Ouch. Richard Dean Anderson. Oh. I don't know who that is. But that's kind of funny how it's the same abbreviation. Well, I mean, we don't know. No, I guess we don't. Come on, pull up. Whoa. Let's drop down a little. MacGyver, more like McUseless. I don't know if you understand that meme. Apparently MacGyver was on another show. There's a lady on the show who's like, come on, you used to be MacGyver, now you're McUseless. W sound. It is a nice sounding engine. Would be cooler if you could like be a Kerbal nearby and just hear it fly by. Like, let's try and buzz the tower. Okay, pull up. Oh. Well, right. I think this plane might be a little too heavy for the tail gear, or the tail, fins. We can grab the bigger ones. Or maybe make it lighter. No, whoever criminal that was Jebediah. I remember that was Amanda tapping. Amanda tapping? Oh, the McUse MacGyver McUseless. Yeah, I don't remember what show that was from, but I saw like a clip on Instagram where they're like in some kind of like ice cave, and she's like, "Come on." Okay, maybe with the less. Oh, right. These have. Oh, liquid oxidizer? Come on. That might be the problem. I think we found our nook and cranny. I do remember what show that was, but I'm gatekeeping. What? There's no gatekeeping around here. There's no gates. You can't keep a gate if there's no gate. It's just open grass. See, the door's open. The door's open here. Door's open there. That's not a door. I don't count that. There's no gates around here. There's no doors either. There's hatches. Or, I don't know. Let's see if it'll work this time and not be all flamboyant or flimsy. Not flimsy. Floppy? Maybe? I don't know. It should. Oh, now we have less fuel. That might be a problem. Well, now it takes off much easier. That's good. Pull up. Alright, that's more like it. As a wise man once said, I'm gonna build a motorway because there's too little attention to my neighborhood. What? I don't know about you, I do not consider that a wise man. Right. Whoa. Too fast. Let's see if we can fire a missile at the base. Seem to be pointed correctly. Fire! Yeah, take that. Stargate? Shh. Stargate, like the movie? No. Don't give him the answer. Is it Stargate? I don't remember them. I don't remember MacGyver being in the Stargate. Unless they made a show of it. Countermeasures. That's cool. Oh, we're going really fast now. Oh, okay. Well, I was wrong. Oh, you were wrong? Was it Stargate? Now I'm wondering. Do they just have... They just continued the story of that, like sci-fi Egypt planet or something? Fuel low, please land. The fuel has not actually... Like, I took the fuel out of the fuel tank, so the fuel has been pretty much the same as it was before. Alright, there's the runway. Let's see if we can land this thing. Slow down! See if we can fire a missile. So that was the Su-57. Oh dang. Please let... They were trapped in Antarctica without any escape and little food, along with having essentially no protective equipment. How could it be Stargate? Well, you gave away that Antarctica stuff. If it's not Stargate, then what would they be doing in it? Was it still MacGyver? No, she would know about the show. Or it would be a separate show. I don't know. I don't even know. I never even watched MacGyver anyway. They just reference it a lot in Mythbusters. But yes, that was the Su-57. And now we shall go back and I guess we'll make the final aircraft of the live stream. We'll be making more, but this will be the final one for this live stream. Alright. Look up a reference image. Which one should I do? Oh, okay. So I was wrong. Yeah. Okay, Gamer Dan. You don't have to be mean. Oh no, you said with an N. Never mind. Reference, Ah, we'll do that one. Haha. You will like this one. Alright. 1, 2, 1. Welcome my shoe. Make the F302. F302? That's not a plane. That's a spaceship. That's a spaceship from Stargate. I didn't know they had spaceships in Stargate. Oh wait, they did. They had the Egypt thing. Or the like pyramid spaceship. But no, I'm making aircraft. Also, just because spacecraft fly in a show does not mean they will fly in reality, because the show just does like artistic stuff. Make the F-106. F-106. Ooh, that's a real plane. This would probably be easy to make, actually. It's an atmospheric fighter interceptor. It just works in space. Yeah, again, it's an artist creation, so I don't think it would actually work in real life. I guess I could make the F-106. I wasn't planning to, but it would be pretty easy to make. I can find the fuel tanks. There we go. You be you. I'm just saying, it's like, do you expect the Millennium Falcon to fly in real life? It probably won't, because it's a... Then again, a nuclear blast made a manhole cover fly. Allegedly. Not proven, though. That's the thing. Use the Mark 1 fuel tanks. That's the name. Mark 1. Or MK1. Are there... Is this... monopropellant? Oh, it's all sci-fi looking. Cool. I guess I could. Where's this market? Structural fuselage. Liquid fuel. It's called the MK1 fuel tank. There's a lot of those. Or this is just all the fuel tanks. Liquid fuel. Right, I'll just go with this. Except look more sophisticated. Yes. Well, something like that. It's the tank you have on, the small one, since it contains more liquid fuel. 400. Ooh. 800. I mean, this holds plenty, I guess. The ones I had earlier, I like decreased the amount of fuel so it would be lighter when flying. So I essentially converted them to more, I guess, structure or structural. Trying to get a read on what this delta wing looks like. Should probably make it a little bit longer. You are using the space fuel tanks, usually which include oxidizer. Well, you can switch it to liquid fuel or oxidizer, but I have it at liquid fuel, and then this has liquid fuel. Liquid fuel engines don't need them, so that's why we have the Mark I liquid fuel fuselage. Nice. Like this. This is just a fuel tank. Which comes with oxidizer, but I can switch to liquid fuel just like that. So it's relatively straight flaps. It's doable. Oh dang, what mod adds that? Adds what? The fuel thing? This part? This is standard. This is not a mod. That's just how it is. Did you You might have not known that, but you do now. Oh dang, that's smaller. I don't like them sticking out like that. Just put the other ones back there because they're pretty much the same size. That... Oh, dang. That's a mod. No. Wait. What part? Sorry, I was playing KSP. Nothing of note. Oh, that's a weird fuel tank. Looks like a mod. Oh, wait. See? Rookie gets it. Yeah, this fuel tank is a mod, or this part? This part is not a mod. This is... You can do that with... I could do that before I added any of these mods. I knew about that. Here, let me look it up and show it to you. You didn't hear what I said earlier. You didn't hear what I said earlier. Move on. Gets back to playing KSP in the vertical assembly building. Move all your mods to a folder and boot a clean instance. New idea. Nuclear powered jets. Except squad and squad expansion if you haven't it. Okay, now we need the dorsal fin, or whatever it's called. Okay, that is huge. Reference image. Okay, use that. That's too big as well. What's it gonna do? How about W jet with no wings? A jet with no wings? How's that gonna fly? That's essentially just a rocket without controls. I have the reselling rocket. If you go to a stock rocket fuel fuselage and you right click it, can you change its contents in a menu? Not the slider. Internal dampeners, gyros. Yeah, I know. Okay, how about this then? A jet with no wings, but have tires. Are you talking about the land speed record? vehicles. Just saying, those are not stock parts. I know they're not stock. Well, this is not stock parts. I don't know about this one, but this is stock. The wings and stuff are stock. This engine's not stock, but it's more powerful than the other ones that look like it. This is stock. This thing has a little door on the side. Right. Anyway. Okay, this is starting to look wrong. Let me fix that. There we go. That's better. And then there's like a little thing at the bottom. This. What are you saying in chat? You're stock in Walmart, my guy. How about no chat, a pilot can walk? Nah, his stock is Temu. Rookie, it's not that big of a deal though. Nah, his stock is Wish. Speaking of which, I went to the Museum of America Speed and saw all the cool cars that got the land speed record. Nah, his stock is garbage bin around the corner. I went to the Wellington and visited the Tram Museum. Oh, I went to Wellington. I don't know. Where's Wellington? Actually, Wellington. Oh, Beef Wellington. Yeah, well, that's one of those names where it's like, it could be America, it could be the UK, it could be Australia, it could be Canada, it could be New Zealand, it could be South Africa, it could be anywhere that was colonized by the Brits. So, yeah. But Wellington, and they had a tram museum. Nice. It's the UK. It could be the UK, or it could be one of those other places. Capital city of New Zealand. See? I looked it up. It's Antarctica. Its Duke in 1812 defeated Napoleon. I thought that was Waterloo. No? Who put the, where does it say? Oh, it was, Bane is missing, said that. Bane is missing told me to make this, and he's not even here. What's up with that? Or maybe he is here and just not speaking, but... Similar way of saying it, I guess. Waterloo defeated Napoleon. Fire. Yeah, ABBA just sang Waterloo and Napoleon was defeated. Just like that. Alright. Oh, they probably have their air brake on that thing. LOL, I'm here. Okay, sorry. I only know who's watching the stream if they chat. Otherwise, it just tells me, oh, there's 4 people here. Oh, there's 3 people here. I have a sense with my tests, Jeb will die. Oh no, I killed him. Water is the best loo. Oh, I forgot. This was my hardcore sandbox save. If you're British, Jeb ain't coming back. Water is the best loo if you're British. British, mate. I got a bottle of water. Cheerio. Let's see. Okay. They also have fuel tanks underneath. That's interesting. Wait, was there a small one? No. Okay. Cease and desist your jokes of us. I don't know who's British in here. I just see usernames. I have a sense that Valentina will now. Oh, a real Rocky. Maybe you should fix the critical error of your rockets before you send more Kerbals to their doom. Well, I guess Valentina. Oh no. Real Rocky. I think there's something wrong with your rocket. I don't know. Just a hunch. Oh, also, it is the land speed record machine. Land speed record machine. Yee. Yar. Yar. Let's bring that slow. Oh, not too close. There we go. Okay, now we need the air intakes. Those are probably important. Oh, also, I accidentally had Bill in the last rocket, so he is dead. No, not all the main Kerbal characters. No. Oh, this might be better. Oh. Yeah, not as big and intrusive. It sticks out pretty much. Looks like a dog. Looks like it looks like Snoopy with his silentness. Well, there's Bob still. I thought you said he died. Oh no, Bill. Never mind. Bill, Bob, and Jebediah. And now Valentina, unfortunately, too. There we go. We have this. That. Oh, that's not good. Maybe I should move these wings out a bit. Try and have something to disguise the weird shapedness. That ought to be sufficient. Yes, very good. Anyway, so Bob is dead. Alright, now we'll add a bit of structuring and then the landing gear, and then this should be good to go. Yeah. Oh, maybe I should add more flappage. It sounded wrong to say. Do not mind the train in the distance, unless you can't hear it. Then extra don't mind it, because you can't hear it. Structure. Fix this first. Okay, there we go. Right, now the landing gear. What does the landing gear look like? Folds out. Bob is back from the dead. Yay! Whoa, whoa. Oop, I'm just forgot to add shoots. Oh no, he impacted at max velocity. I did hear that squirrels can survive falling at peak velocity, which means in theory you could drop one from orbit and it would still be fine. If no other forces made it fall. If other forces made it fall, like being pushed from orbit to the ground, it would have an accelerated velocity and therefore wouldn't survive. Right, this should be good to go. F-106. Yeah, if it had a heat shield. The squirrel? I guess so. Maybe if it was like at the edge of the atmosphere where it didn't need a heat shield or maybe like a spacesuit, it would probably survive. Yeah. All right. Saw this before I went out. Now let's go. Yes, the squirrel. We are moving and cruising. We might be a bit heavy. Oh, I see. It's because the control surfaces are a little wonky, or they're in the back essentially. Wow, it's already 12 o'clock and 3-hour stream. Wow, I was not expecting that. All right, F-106. We might have to jettison these external fuel tanks just for weight purposes. Going quite fast. Alright, these flaps are not as strong as I want them to be. Hold up. Hold up. Does it have enough fuel to make it to Manhattan? There's no Manhattan. There's just Kerbin. Manhattan? Why is it going to Manhattan? What is this, Captain Sully? Whoa, 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 whoa. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Ah. I knew the cockpit would eject like that. I think it had a bit of flap issues. Given that it had a tail and wings as one. I'm not sure how the real one dealt with that. Probably because it was actually engineered, not just thrown together like I did it. Perfect landing. Yes, Jebediah survived. Unlike what Real Rocky did with Jebediah, Bill, Bob, and Valentina. Here he is, Jeb himself. The myth, the man, the legend, or the Kerbal, the legend. It's just in the void there. Right. Well, thank you everyone so much for joining me on this special occasion. Well, not so much special occasion. Consider liking and subscribing for more, such as another live stream of making jets like this one, as there are many more to make, and I've not made them all. So, with that, I will see you in the next one. W's in the chat for Jeb. Bye, everyone.